today. Drew, Taylor, we gather here today to celebrate the love you share and to honor your genuine commitment to each other's happiness. Before we begin, a heartfelt thank you in the presence of the bride and groom to all the friends and family that are in attendance today, and especially those who traveled from afar to be with us. This celebration is made all the more meaningful by your presence. The bride and groom will be sharing their personally written vows before us today, but first I will be sharing a special reading that they have requested, Union by Robert Fulghum. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry, and from that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making commitments in an informal way. All those conversations that were held in a car, or over a meal, or during long walks, all those conversations that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, you will, and we will. All those late night talks that included someday, somehow, and maybe, and all of those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things that we promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it all, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you've been many things to one another: acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, even teacher, for you have learned so much from one another over these past few years. Shortly, you shall say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life, and things between you will never quite be the same. For after today, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, and this is my wife. Drew, are you ready to share your vows?
To tell you again here today, I love you. I love you so much. Today has been a long time coming. Some may even say they've known today would come, eventually. From the moment we first met in middle school to becoming good and eventual great friends, the county fairs and route classes, maybe at times some underage drinking. Maybe. We were always there for one another. There was a short time in our lives that we didn't talk to each other, but thought of one another often. Until, of course, one early morning Instagram chat. There was a singular moment in my life that I knew that I loved you. We were sitting on your floor watching Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. It was one of my favorite moments. From that point forward, you were always the one that got away. I've been told that if you love them, let them go and they'll come back, or the grass is always greener. But from my experience, the grass is only green when you water it. These may not be the best analogies, but what I'm trying to say is that it takes a lot of effort from both sides to make a relationship and friendship last for so long. It takes the time both are willing to put in to be in each other's lives. The moment you decided to walk back into my life was the moment I decided I would do everything in my power to keep that grass green. My first promise to you is to always treat you as my number one and to make sure you are cared for as such. You deserve to be put on a pedestal. I promise to always support you and be the support system you are wanting in me. To simply say okay or that sucks, and not try to find a solution. I promise to always be by your side, supporting you, trusting you, and celebrating with you. And of course, I promise I will never want that wagon wheel coffee date. You have taught me an endless amount already. Today, I'm a much nicer person, and I think Aaron can attest to that. I'm a planner and a carer. And not only do I care so much more about others and the impact that I have around me, you alone did that for me. I hope throughout our lifetime together, I can give you all the same and more. You make me a better person all around. And from this point forward, I am forever yours.
It is so hard to put into writing how much I love you, but I'll try my best. First, I love you, and I hope that not 1 minute goes by where you do not feel loved by me. I loved you for so long, from our late night phone conversations to drives home after school, listening to the Black Keys and watching Bill and Ted. I feel so lucky to have known you for as long as I have, and I'm excited to continue to know, love, and grow with you throughout the rest of our lives. When we first became friends, I had no clue that it would lead to this moment. Even when we briefly thought that it might all those years ago, I never thought that we'd get a second chance to work together. I've been given a lot of advice from the moment that we got engaged. I've been told that marriage is hard and that everything is going to change. But one thing that I do know is that being with you has never been hard. That even if it does become hard, I'm happy that we get to go through it together. I promise to change with you and to grow with you. I promise to care about the things that you care about and even to pretend to if I don't. I promise that when life feels unbearable, that I'll be there with you to hold your hand. I promise to give you little reminders every single day for how much I love you, from texting you hearts throughout the day to bringing you home sweet. I promise to always yell film commentary at you from the other room as you watch football or play video games. I promise to explore the world with you, and even if we don't get the chance to explore, I promise to make sure that our home always feels as big as I can, even when we live in an 800 square foot apartment. I promise to never stop making promises to you because I could keep going on and on. So I promise to you all of that and so much more. When you find the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible. And there's no one else that I could imagine spending the rest of my life with.
Can you repeat after me? No, I'm not. Don't repeat after me. Drew, in front of all those gathered today, do you take Taylor to be your wife, to stay by her through sickness and health, through failure and success, through times of sorrow and times of joy, so long as you both shall live? Taylor, in front of all those gathered today, do you take Drew to be your husband, to stay by him through sickness and health, through failure and success, through times of sorrow and joy, so long as you both shall live? Now that you've shared your vows, I invite you to exchange the rings that you've chosen to symbolize your commitment to love and marriage. Allow these rings to be a physical representation of your union, a timeless reminder of the connection you share. Now, please repeat after me. I, Drew, give you, Taylor, this ring.
I, Drew, give you, Taylor, this ring.
As a symbol of my unwavering love and dedication.
As a symbol of my unwavering love and dedication.
Everything that I am is yours.
Everything that I am is yours.
And all that you are, I shall cherish.
And all that you are, I shall cherish.
Taylor, please repeat after me. I, Taylor, give you, Drew, this ring.
I, Taylor,
As a symbol of my unwavering love and dedication. Everything that I am is yours. And all that you are, I shall cherish. Drew, you may now kiss the bride.